Sentiment analysis on Twitter. I mean, surprised if I mean how this came up as one of the top questions in Quora. Because if you just Google this, you will get a plethora of resources, maybe from Kaggle, Medium.com, towards datascience.com, uh, probably some other blogs as well, right, related to data science, right? And all of them, give you a very good idea of how to solve this, right? Now, I would answer this question, in a generic way, not specifically for R. Maybe you choose whether R or Python. Well, R versus Python is a separate discussion altogether, but let's try to answer this question in a generic way, right? So, the, I mean, the obvious answer is you look out for resources. Most probably, or preferably, go into Kaggle notebooks, which has which has solved this problem, and you'll get mind-boggling answers from there, right? Mind-boggling perspectives from there, in fact, right? However, to put a basic structure to how you would do a sentiment analysis on a Twitter data set, right? What you would probably do is first you need to collect the data. If you have the data already in a text file or a zip file, well, good enough. But if you want to collect the Twitter data, right, live or something like that, or more recent data, right, what you would do is you would use a web crawler on your own, Twitter account and try to collect all the tweets, put them into a file, and from there the data science part begins. Wherein first thing is the first step you would need to do is put all of this data into a structure. Maybe you put it into a data frame, be it Python, PySpark, or anything, right? Now, once you have the data in a data frame, right? What you need to do is you'll probably clean the data, pre-process the data, right? That is, remove any URLs associated with it, any numbers associated with it, right? Handling emojis is an interesting part. Either you can remove the emojis, or probably what you could also do is, if you have a smiley face, right? You can probably annotate it as a happy emoji or something like that, right? So you can also derive insights from the emojis being used in a tweet, right? So you remove any mentions, that is Twitter handles and stuff, right? You remove hashtags, or just try to make sense out of hashtags and put them. So basically, you simplify the tweet into a sentence, right, or into a collection of words, right? Now, next, what we need to do is there are a bunch of steps for pre-processing text data, right? Like removing stop words, tokenizing, lemmatizing it, bunch of stuff, right? And after that, once you have the basic form of a tweet, right? What you need to do is probably any machine learning model, right? They only understand numbers, right? So we essentially need to convert these texts into numbers, right? So for that, what we can do is we have we can use simpler techniques like using TF-IDF, bag of words, uh, or many other solutions, or we can go ahead with generating embeddings for these texts, right? Now, within that, there are two ways to generate embeddings. One, you use pre-trained models to generate embeddings, right? Second is you generate your own embeddings using a deep neural network. So after this step, what you have done is you have converted all your text data into numeric data, right? Next is assuming you have the data labeled already. Probably you'll put it into a classification model, the whole data into a classification model, and then evaluate it and manually check how your classification model worked. I mean, obviously, initially you'll evaluate it using probably accuracy, F1 score, or whatever you find significant, right? After checking the metrics, probably you should also check a few of the predicted sentiments of the tweet of the test data.